Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I am your host, Jose Garza. How's it going, guys? Long time no talk, long time no see. So today, I just want to have some fun, with Art being a dad right now on the sidelines, with Alex busy with his own thing, with Marco busy with his school. I just wanted to come up solo dolo, guys, and just talk to you about some basketball. Now, obviously, there's a lot of good, a lot of news going on in the world right now. Personally bad, some good. We won't talk about that today. Today, we're going to be talking about prayers up for everybody involved in the Russian war, by the way, the Russian-Ukrainian war. Shitty situation. But anywho, today I want to talk to you, get to know me a little more, so we don't really discuss much about ourselves too much on here, right? Just like our opinions and stuff like that. So I just want to have a little fun. So on this episode, I wanted to give you guys my top 10 list. Top 10 NBA players of my time, as in the guys that I've been watching since I started watching basketball around 1996, 1997, around that period. So I wanted to let y'all know, hey, these are the guys that I've been, looking at out of all the players, NBA players of all time, of my time, I should say. And these are the guys that stand out for me. So without further ado, let's get started, guys. I hope you enjoy this list. And if you wanted to drop on the comments, your list of your top 10 guys of your favorite players, right? Let me know. I would love to see it, share it if possible. Whatever you like, guys. Let me know if you're interested. If you don't want to have a debate on like why is these guys your top 10 and not these guys, we could do that too. But anyway, let's get started. At number 10, guys, he was the number 57 pick in the 1999 NBA draft by the San Antonio Spurs. He is Manu Ginobili, the four-time champion, man. What he did for the Spurs coming off the bench, what he did for the city, for the team, the faction, Manu brought in so much energy, brought in so much new to the game of basketball, which have now seen adapted more today with our younger stars, with the with the Euro steps and with some of the flashiest moves that we've even ever seen, some that we truly didn't believe we could see. He's revolutionized the game, in my opinion. So for me, Manu Ginobili, the four-time champion, the two-time All-Star, just one of the best to ever get on the court, guys. I love him. He's one of the best. I mean, for those who are listening to the audio version, I'm putting up pictures of some fun moments of the players. Most recently, for one of the last games or one of the last years Manu played with the Spurs, when he blocked Harden in I believe Game 5 of the 2017 second round matchup. So great stuff right there, man. I mean, Manu Ginobili, like I said, is a four-time champion, two-time NBA All-Star. He's a two-time All-NBA team member, sixth man of the year. In my opinion, the greatest sixth man of all times. A lot of respect to Lou Williams, a lot of respect to Jamal Crawford, but this man defined what the sixth man is, and that's helping your team become champions, not just worrying about your own individual stats. And y'all can take it as it is. If you think there's a shot to those players, it's cool. But this man was a champion. He helped them win 4 titles. Manu Ginobili comes in at number 10. All right, guys. And at number 9, he is the 4th pick in the 2005 NBA draft by the New Orleans Hornets. He is the great CP3, Chris Paul. Chris Paul, man, is a leader wherever he goes. He demands respect. He demands the best out of you. And honestly, he brings out the best in all his guys. Whether you think he's, annoying or bad dude for a guy with a bad attitude, shake that away, man. I mean, he's not that. He wants to win. He thrives to win. He unfortunately has not had the chance, whether it's the Hornets, Clippers, Rockets, Thunder, with the Suns. He's gotten the closest with them. And look at what he's brought, what he's done for those young guys. Just bringing out the best in Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, a lot of these young guys learning from Chris Paul. And even though he's never been a champion and he's only gone to the finals once, this man's a great leader. And he is why those teams are great. And you see, really, after that he leaves, those teams they kind of falter, right? Like they're not the same. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this year, maybe he can make a change. You know, you never know. He could always become champion. So guys, CP3, Chris Paul, the 12-time NBA All-Star, the 10-time All NBA team, 4-time first team, 9-time defensive team, 7-time first team, rookie of the year, rookie first team, NBA assist leader 4 times, NBA steals leader 6 times, and a 2-time gold medalist. CP3, guys, comes in at number 9. And at number 8, guys, for me, it's the answer, man. He had the answers. The number 1 pick in the 1996 NBA draft by the Philadelphia 76ers. He is Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson comes in number 8 for me, guys, because of his swag, from his confidence. Never thought that he was second on the court. Always thought he was the best. Always brought his best onto the court. You just know that his attitude matched his game, and that's what's so important for this one-time MVP winner, guys. He is so talented. Unfortunately, he never did win a championship himself in this career, but he led a team, carried them in a 2001 year, and they were the only team to beat the Lakers in what could have been a 16-0 run in the postseason. But they forced a game 5, and fortunately, it just wasn't enough. But regardless of what you think of Allen Iverson, that he wasn't a champion or anything like that, that doesn't matter. He's a Hall of Famer. He is respected amongst his peers. He is one of the best point guards of all times, in my opinion. Like I mentioned, he was an MVP. He was also an 11-time All-Star, an All-Star MVP 2 times, 7-time All-NBA, 3-time first team, rookie of the year, rookie first team, 4-time scoring champion, and an impressive 3 straight years steals leader. Yeah, like Allen Iverson is one of the baddest dudes that ever step on the court. And don't kid with him, man. Practice? We really talking about practice? He's one of the best ever. Allen Iverson at number 8. And number 7, guys, I'm going to go with, South Beach. I'm going to go with the number 5 pick in the 2003 NBA draft by the Miami Heat, Wade County, Dwayne Wade. He is a champion. Before LeBron got there, before Chris Bosh got there, he was a champion, a guy who led the Miami Heat down from the bottom all the way up. They were not relevant, guys. That team, that franchise was retiring jerseys of guys that owned them. That doesn't make sense. Now they can put up jerseys of champions up on there, like they did with Shaq, like they did with Wade, like what they'll do with LeBron when he retires, like what they'll do with Chris Bosh, or they've already done it probably. I might have slipped my mind. Anywho, Dwayne Wade brought the Miami Heat from the bottom up. He did that. He revolutionized that franchise and made them into one of the best in the last 20 years. Brought them 3 championships, won a Finals MVP in 06, winning that title over the Mavericks with Shaquille O'Neal by his side. He's a 13-time NBA All-Star, an All-Star Game MVP, 8-time All-NBA, 2-time first team, all-defensive team, scoring champion, rookie first team, and a gold medalist and a bronze medalist for Team USA. Guys, in my opinion, Dwayne Wade is top 5 shooting guards of all times. He's in the top 5. Where exactly? I mean, he could argue for 3 or 4, to be quite honest with you. But, time will tell. But right now, number 7 in my list, it's Dwayne freaking Wade. And at number 6, guys, possibly the best shooter to come out of anywhere. Clearly out of Del Curry's loins, because from the number 7 pick in the 2009 NBA draft, drafted by the Golden State Warriors, he is Stephen Curry, 2-time MVP, man, one of the best to ever do it. Shoot that ball from anywhere, and it just goes in. And you just fear that once that ball is released, that's going in. He is a nightmare for defenses, a nightmare for coaches' game plans, and he's one of the best to ever step on the court, guys. His finesse, his swag, his confidence, and just everything he does. You just got to believe, man, that when he gets on the court, he feels there is no doubt in his mind. I don't think Steph Curry believes he has doubt in his mind. I think he goes in there believing he's the best on the court and he will shoot like the best, along with his brother Klay Thompson, along with championship runs with Draymond Green and Kevin Durant. He's one of the best ever to do it. And he dominated 2016, 2015 when he was MVP for both those years. Won only one championship there before the whole Kevin Durant controversy, but still, what a great leader, what a great champion he is. He's a 3-time champion, ladies and gentlemen. He's a 2-time MVP. He's an 8-time All-Star, an All-Star Game MVP just this year in 2022. 7-time All-NBA, 4-time first team, 2-time scoring champion, a steals leader. He is part of the 50-40-90 club. Impressive as fuck. He's a 2-time NBA three-point contest champion. He's also all rookie first team, future Hall of Famer, future first ballot, game changer for the future, guys, for future generations, which a lot of people hate. But possible guy that will go on Mount Rushmore. He is Stephen Curry. And number 5, some of y'all might think it's a little controversial. Be like, oh my gosh, why is this guy on here over the previous mentioned Stephen Curry? Well, I'll tell you why, guys. Because at number 5 on my list, he is probably the perfect specimen of a creative player on NBA 2K. What you want out of a 7-foot tall man who can shoot from the paint, who can shoot from the mid range, who can shoot from the 3-point line, who could defend from the perimeter, who could defend on the inside. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the number 2 pick in the 2007 NBA draft by the Seattle Supersonics. I give you Kevin Durant. Like I said, guys, I think this guy's a perfect specimen. He is the best basketball player today, right now, over LeBron James. He's just great at what he does, everything. If he, honestly, many could argue, if he had a half an inch or an inch smaller shoe size, he could be a 3-time champion right now. He would have gotten over the Milwaukee Bucks last year in the postseason. This guy's a fantastic athlete. Does everything right on the court. Maybe not on the off the court with his burner accounts and everything. Maybe let's those things get to him too much. But this former MVP, guys, is such a fantastic athlete. It doesn't matter what he does off the court, honestly, compared to what he does on the court, because on the court, he's just an animal. And when you go against him, good freaking luck. He will find ways to get to the basket. He will find ways to create enough space to shoot right over you. It doesn't matter how good of a defender you are. He is one of the best scorers of all time. Just precise, accuracy with his shots, right behind Steph Curry. And you guys wondering why is he ahead of Steph Curry in this list? He wouldn't be a champion without Steph Curry and those guys. You're right. You're possibly right. But guess what? He's still a champion. He still won those finals MVPs for the team. And there's no guarantee that those Warrior teams that they had continued to play on without Kevin Durant, they kept Harrison Barnes. There's no guarantee that they would have won more championships. This guy came in and he dominated with the weak bench that he came in, got paid his money, got 2 rings out of it. That's big. And arguably he could have won 3 in a row if he didn't tear his Achilles in, what was it, Game 5 of the NBA Finals of 2019. I mean, Kevin Durant is such an animal, guys. And look, like I said, whatever you think about him, it don't matter. He's a champion on and off the court. He'll make your team a whole lot better. Brooklyn, cherish the moments you have with him, because Golden State definitely probably missing him right now. They're not doing bad, but they probably would love to have this fucking specimen back. Guys, Kevin Durant, two-time champion, two-time finals MVP, former MVP, 12-time All-Star, two-time All-Star game MVP. He's a 9-time All-NBA team member, 6-time first team, rookie of the year, all-rookie first team, 4-time scoring champion, also a member of the 50-40-90 club, and a 3-time gold medalist. Team USA doesn't win their gold medal this past summer if it wasn't for that man, Kevin Durant, at number 5. All right, guys, we just got past the halfway mark. You know, we're only 4 away. So let me breathe, damn it. Let me breathe. But anywho, I hope y'all enjoyed the list so far. I know y'all probably have some questions about it. Again, these drop in the comments. We'll love to have a discussion with y'all. And at number 4, guys, coming in from the number 1 pick in the 1992 NBA draft by the Orlando Magic, he is Shaquille O'Neal. In my opinion, the most dominant big man ever to grace that court. The big man, center at the 5. He ain't no flexible 3 to 5 guy. He is the 5. He is the definition of a center. Get the ball into the basket, back your opponent up, knock them down if you have to, and then dunk on their fucking asses. That's what Shaquille O'Neal did. He put your ass on the floor. It didn't matter how good of a defender you were, how tall, how strong you were. He was stronger. He was more powerful. You want to get him on the free throw line because you're afraid of what he'll do to you under the basket. Ask David Robinson, ask Charles Barkley, ask every man that had to go step up and play defense against this man. He was a nightmare. It doesn't matter how great you were. Shaq was better under the basket. He dominated. He put fear in your eyes. This man who might have traveled with 6 different teams, made the rainbow colored jerseys that y'all like to make fun of him for. It don't matter. He dominated with the Magic. Unfortunately, he couldn't win a championship with them. He dominated with the Lakers 3 times. Dominated with the Heat, 1-time champion. We don't talk about the rest. We don't talk about the Suns, Cavaliers, or Celtics. Okay, that's just weird. Anywho, give a lot of respect to the big man, Big Diesel. He did a lot of good for the game. He's, like I said, he's a monster. He was a destructive force. 4-time champion, guys. 3-time finals MVP, back-to-back years. An MVP in 2000, a 15-time NBA All-Star, a 3-time All-Star Game MVP, 14-time All-NBA team, 8 first team, 3 All NBA All-Defensive Team, NBA Rookie of the Year, NBA All-Rookie First Team. He's a 2-time scoring champion, and he's a member of the 1996 Dream Team. He was Shaquille O'Neal coming in at number 4. And at number 3, guys, and so it might be controversial to y'all on your list because you might think he should be a little higher. And maybe he's higher on your list. He's not higher on mine. He is sitting right where he is at number 3. Talking about the number 1 pick in the 2003 NBA draft by the Cleveland Cavaliers. The King, LeBron James. LeBron James has done what everyone's asked of him on the court. To be a dominant force, to bring these teams that he's gone to championships. And he's done that. In his first stint with Cleveland, he wasn't able to do that, but he did take them to the finals. And he sure damn tried to get past all these fantastic teams to try to stop him. The Bad Boy Pistons 2, remember that? That was a squad. The Celtics Big 3 that had to form so they could try to slow down this young fella. You know, and he still had to deal with friends like Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in the East. So the East was tough on him. He did not have an easy road. Dwight Howard was there. He did everything he could to carry his team. He is one of the best of all times. And guys, I'm not saying he's better than MJ, but I will say he did get his team to the finals quicker than MJ did. I'm just saying, not win though, but that's because he had to drag around his second and third best players, Mo Williams and Varejao, to the finals. Like, come on now, you ain't winning with that squad. No offense to those fellas. Those are good players, but you ain't winning championships with them. It took him going to Miami to declaring that he's going to South Beach to go and become a champion. to learn from Dwayne Wade, to learn from the great Pat Riley, the team with a guy as talented as Chris Bosh was. It took him going down there to become a leader, and he had his down moments for sure. There is no doubt about it. 2011 will always be a reason why he will never be a GOAT, and this is why he's on the towards at only at 3 on my list. He's not 1 or 2 because he couldn't overcome that hump at first when he was dominant. He was playing dominant for 3 quarters, and then 4th quarter just shut down. The 2 guys above him, they didn't do that. LeBron James, he's a 4-time champion wherever he goes. Heat, Cavaliers, Lakers. He's a 4-time Finals MVP. He is an 18-time All-Star, a 3-time NBA All-Star Game MVP, 17-time All-NBA team, 13 first team, 6-time NBA All-Defensive team, 5-time first team, NBA Rookie of the Year, Rookie First Team, scoring champion, assist leader, 2-time gold medalist, and a bronze medalist in 2004. Guys, LeBron James comes in at number 3. He's not going to be the GOAT, but he is the king of the court. Enjoy him while we have him, guys. I know the Lakers suck right now, but enjoy him while we have him. But I know who the Lakers will never boo. They will never discredit. They'll never say anything bad about him. A true Laker fan will never. A true NBA fan never. A true basketball fan will never. Because what he did on the court was magical. What he did on the court put fear in his opponents, put fear in the other fan bases, but he earned your damn respect. I'm talking about the man who was drafted at number 13 by the Charlotte Hornets in the 1996 NBA draft, Kobe B Bryant. Kobe Bryant, man, every time he stepped on the court, he was an animal. He was a beast. He was one of the best to ever do it. A guy who had, taken everything from MJ, from the sleeves, from the armband, from the way he talked, his mannerisms, the way he played. He took everything in. If you ask guys like my buddy Mike, and you ask other basketball aficionados, he might have even done it better. Not have the success rate that MJ did, but they would argue that he did it better. Guys, this guy was an animal. He was a beast on the court. What he brought, the mentality he brought, the Black Mamba brought in a savage level of mentality that garnered respect across the league, garnered respect to future generations of basketball players. And man, it's tough because you miss the man. You miss this man because you remember everything he did on the court, and you're loving what he was doing off the court with his daughters, with young ladies basketball, the kind of family man he was. But the champion he was on the court was an amazing one as well, because he hated getting second place. He hated not getting first. If it wasn't first, he was pissed. He was angry. He was not happy with it, because he knows that they're better than that. He knows that wherever he was on, that he was a champion, and you respect that out of him, because he never settled for anything. If you look at his facial expressions whenever, those tough years towards the end of his run where they barely won a game and the other guys are super celebratory, they're celebrating too much, but he's just like, that's not enough. That's not enough. The game's not done. The game's not finished. The job's not done. That was his mentality. Kobe B Bryant, man, a 5-time champion, a 2-time Finals MVP. The way he brought up the Lakers back up after Shaq left, truly amazing. What he did to the Magic, Duncan on, Dwight Howard. What he did to the Celtics big 3. He was just a beast. You have so much respect for the Black Mamba. You have so much respect for him. I know as a Spurs fan, every time he stepped up against our Spurs, he was such a threat. He was always the guy to fear. And don't get me wrong, the years with Shaq, they were both tough to face, but Kobe just a different animal, man, because he just wanted it more. He was his finesse, his skill set, the way he did not give a fuck if you were quadrupling team him, double teaming, whatever the fuck it was. He put everybody on the court, everyone in the fucking arena on him, and he will shoot that ball. And god damn, how amazing was it when he made those damn shots? Fucking incredible. Like I said, guys, a 5-time champion, 2-time finals MVP, MVP in 08, an 18-time NBA All-Star, a 4-time All-Star Game MVP, which has now been the trophy has now been renamed after him. He's also a 15-time All-NBA team, 11-time first team, 12-time All-NBA defensive team, 9-time first team, a 2-time scoring champion, a slam dunk champion in 1997, a rookie second team member. He's also a 2-time gold medalist. And in his final game, the Mamba dropped 60 on his opponent. 60. When he was challenged 50 from Shaq, he dropped 60 because he could fucking do it. Kobe B Bryant, we miss you. We love you, dude. Thank you for everything you did for the game of basketball, man. Thank you for all you did. We'll never forget it. True fans will never forget what you did for them outside and inside the court. And number 2, Kobe B Bryant. And at number 1, guys, it's not a secret. Come on now. If you know me, it ain't no secret. If you don't know me, I'm wearing a Spurs cap and I got some Spurs stuff behind me. So guess what? It's going to be the greatest Spurs of all time. The greatest Spurs player of all time. That is on my number 1 list. My absolute favorite player was the number 1 pick in the 1997 NBA draft, selected by the San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan. Fellow Hall of Famer, same year with Kobe Bryant and Kevin Garnett. This beast of a man, this perfection of team player. This guy who was so humble, but so great at the same time. Didn't talk shit unless it was to Joey Crawford, the referee. Well deserved, in my opinion. But he was such a fantastic athlete on the court. What he did and what he's done for the Spurs team during his tenure as a Spurs player, or as his tenure as a Spurs coach, his tenure as a retired player and coach. He does everything he can to still, to this day, 6 years after he retired, to still continue to help the new generations, the new Spurs players to come up and play better. To watch what he had done his entire career is fucking amazing. From his bank shots, from his amazing defense. It's a robbery to this day that he never won Defensive Player of the Year, but you look at the times that he could have won it and the guys that won over him, it was so close in my opinion. But Tim Duncan, one of the best to ever do it. And he played both, like I said, he played on both sides of the court. He did not stop. He put in effort everywhere he went. He won back-to-back MVPs because he was so freaking good. And you have a lot of respect for him. This Spurs market, this Spurs, city of fans and everything. We were spoiled with him because this city never had a champion. We only have an NBA team. We don't have a Major League Baseball team or a major football team. Thanks a lot, Jerry Jones. We only have the Spurs, and he came in. And even though we already had an amazing MVP in David Robinson, we had an amazing shooter in Sean Elliott, we had a fun, fantastic point guard in Avery Johnson. Tim Duncan took us over the hump. Tim Duncan took this team from the bottom, essentially, and made us not just contenders, but champions. Made this unit a champion, and he was so happy to be on the court, man. He was so happy to just put everything on there for his guys, like I mentioned, Elliott, Johnson, Robinson, but for Bruce Bowen, for Manu Ginobili, for the Tony Parkers, for the Danny Greens, for the Kawhi Leonard, um, shit, for the Richard Jeffersons. I mean, whatever you say about that, this true guy was the embodiment of a team player. Took what the coach's criticism were, never really talk shit back to his guy. To his opponents. He let his game speak for him. And man, it's that forward spot for the Spurs has never been really the same without him, right? Like, because he's the greatest power forward of all time, and we'll never really be able to duplicate that. He's influenced a lot of guys out there. In my opinion, I think you see a lot of people trying to emulate his game too, to try. And you'll see people argue like, oh, Anthony Davis or Giannis Antetokounmpo, or even Kevin Durant, depending what position you see Kevin Durant playing, triumphant over Tim Duncan. No, Tim Duncan was the guy. He was the embodiment of a true leader and champion, and we'll always be grateful. The city of San Antonio will always be grateful for everything he did to bring us those 5 chips. 5-time champion, ladies and gentlemen, his 19-year career, 3-time finals MVP. He's a 2-time NBA MVP, a 15-time All-Star, an All-Star game MVP. He's a 15-time All-NBA team member. He was 10 times first team, 15-time All-Defensive team member, 8-time first team, Rookie of the Year, Teammate of the Year, bronze medalist in 2004, broke rookie records, was first team in his rookie year, and something nobody could do in this day and age. Tim Duncan was the greatest, in my opinion, team player and my favorite player of all time. Definitely belongs in the top 5 list of all time guys. Put his name up there. He is a guy. He wasn't the media's darling, but he was fucking everything that defined basketball, team basketball, in my opinion. So Tim Duncan, guys, is number 1 on my list. All right, guys, and that's my list. 10 to 1 right there. Let me know what y'all think. Did y'all like the list? Or were you like, about it? Did I miss anybody? Now, real quick, y'all gonna say, well, if you started watching basketball in 1996, where the fuck is Michael Jordan? You would have seen his 3-peats. You're absolutely right. I did see him, but I didn't get to see all of Jordan. I didn't get to cherish all those years of Jordan. Remember, he was drafted 84. So by the time that I started watching, I was young. I was still getting new to the game. I wasn't fully understanding until later on. I had friends like my childhood best friend Sean, my neighbors Esteban, to really teach me the game of basketball. And it was more that I decided with this list is like, yeah, I got to respect Michael Jordan even more with the Last Dance documentary. But more I thought about this list, I was like, you know what? Let me make it of the guys that I got to see mostly their entire career, if not their entire career. Greg is the only person on this list that was drafted before that I started watching was Shaq. But fuck, I was only 1 when he got drafted. So anywho, that's my list, guys. Manu, CP3, Allen Iverson, AI, Dwayne Wade, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Shaq, LeBron, Kobe, Tim Duncan. Let me know what y'all think of my list in the comments, guys. Truly appreciate you listening or watching this at your own time and convenience. Follow us on Instagram at Puro Pinche Sports. On Twitter, follow us at Pinche Sports Pod. I am Jose Garza, guys. I am exhausted because that's a long list. But it was fun. We are Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out.